looking for a community for mom or dad, can you imagine them in a quaint, tranquil community surrounded by trees and flowers? Or maybe mom is a social person that loves to stay active. Well, we'll be introducing just that kind of place today. I'd like to introduce Gracie Nebel, the Executive Director of Atria Park of Glen, Ellyn. Gracie, good morning. Great to have you with us. And before we jump in, I'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, and then we'll jump into talking about the beautiful community you have.
Great, thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. My name is Gracie. I'm the Executive Director of Atria Park of Glen, Ellyn. I've been in senior healthcare for 27 years, and currently, again, with Atria Senior Living. Atria is a senior organization that's nationwide. We have 203 properties throughout, again, the nation, including Canada. They've been around since the early 1980s and joined the Illinois state and community in Chicagoland in 2014.
Excellent. How many communities does Atria have now?
They have 203 nationwide, I said,
Okay.
including in Canada. So yeah.
Okay. And what's the history of Atria Senior Living?
Atria Senior Living, I said they started off mainly in the southern states,
Okay.
Actually. They're based in Louisville, Kentucky. Our support center is there, and there's a lot more population in the south and in the eastern states as well. So I said they're now venturing into Illinois and enjoying it.
Very good. We were talking over coffee this morning about the tremendous growth of Atria just over the last few years. We went from 180 locations to how many?
203, exactly, yeah. And there's actually, I have a sister community in Deer Park as well. It runs under the name of Solana of Deer Park. And they offer independent living as well.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you cater to the assisted living population, or do you have a memory care section as well?
We actually do both. We
Okay.
have, my community is 3 floors. It's still a quaint size though, as indicated. It's 85 apartments. 65 of those are dedicated to assisted living, and then 20 is dedicated actually to memory care. So the memory care is a nice, small, quaint setting for someone with memory impairment. And as I mentioned, our sister community though has independent living, assisted living, and memory care.
Okay.
And during coffee this morning, you were saying how the residents, how you cater to their needs and their likes. What services and resources do you bring on site to the community to serve the residents?
Absolutely, thank you. We actually, and that's part of our goal, because we realize there's a reason why families came to us, because they were at a point where it was more than they could manage, and they want what's best for mom or dad or grandma and grandpa. And so part of my commitment to my families is then to help alleviate those challenges that they were having, because they have things they have to do every day too. They have jobs, they have kids, or soccer and all that. So we work very hard to bring the resources into the community. I have an on-site home health rehab group actually that is there to take care to provide those therapy services. But they also help us with oversight of the residents on a day-to-day basis. So they get to know my residents, and so if they see a decline, they know we can jump in immediately to get them back up. But that's, again, my commitment as well. I realize money doesn't grow on trees, and so the healthier and stronger we can keep our residents, the longer they can stay with us. We have an on-site visiting physicians that come. We have 2 doctors actually around separately but weekly as well. I'm starting an on-site acute care clinic in the community, so kind of like a Walgreens type clinic where someone's just not feeling well. The clinic is open and anyone can come in and see them. Again, same thing, the more we keep them out of the hospital, the healthier and stronger we're going to keep them. So that's a big part of that. We have a psychiatrist that comes on site, we have podiatry services, we have an audiologist that comes on site, we have a dentist that comes on site. So we have just about anything they can need that comes to our community. We offer transportation to their appointments. If they do have an off-site physician, we provide transportation to take them there. So again, taking as much off of our families as we possibly can, so they can come in and just be a child or a grandchild to their parent, to their loved one.
You actually sound like you become part of the family.
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
Yeah, no, and that sounds great. And these are all the needed services that a senior really needs.
Exactly.
And needs close by. What was also interesting is some of the activities that you guys had.
Yeah,
Want
absolutely.
to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I honestly think my seniors have more of a social life than I do. We have a gourmet club, so they go out. We take them out to different restaurants in the area. They actually have a Yelp account, so they review the places they go eat at.
Oh,
Yeah, they take trips to Lake Geneva in the summer. They go to shows at Drury Lane. They go to downtown Chicago. We hire a bus tour who jumps on our bus and kind of drives around the city and they've done the ghost tour and around Halloween. We go to White Sox games. Sox fan here. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. You're welcome.
Yeah, okay. They go to the Schaumburg Boomer. So yeah, they anywhere and everywhere where they want to go, we will find a way to get them there. Arboretum, you name it, we'll take them there.
Well, it sounds like you also have a very active community. And one of the other things you were talking about this morning is these educational programs that you're just starting to put together.
Absolutely.
Can you describe some of those?
Yeah, because we've done, historically done, CEU, educational programs for external people to come in to the community, and our residents kind of noticed it. And they said, well, we still want to learn too. So we started Atria University, which will be us doing exactly that, bringing in CEU accredited programs to come in, and they can come in and sit and listen to the information being shared, because it's applicable to them as well. And so we actually doing our very first one tomorrow evening. Dorothy Law will be coming in to run a program on estates. And so, yeah, we're excited to get that piece going.
Yeah, we were even talking about one of our passions, and we're all passionate about caring for seniors. We were talking about maybe a future, one of your future educational programs, talk about senior stands and what's going on there. So
absolutely, yeah, and just as we were mentioning, yeah, it's horrible because they're everywhere, and the more we can educate, they're not even safe coming into with that, escaping that in our community because somehow these groups are managing to get cell phones, and so they're still reaching out to my residents, and yeah, we definitely need to clean that up.
You're saying that you're having that educational seminar tomorrow night. So is that only for residents, or can people from the community come to that as well?
Oh, thank you very much. Actually, people from the community can come to that. It's tomorrow evening, Wednesday the 7th at 5 p.m. We will be doing 5 to 5:30 is registration. At 5:30, we will be serving a dinner. And then at from 6:30 to 7, we'll be doing some prize raffles. So if you're interested in coming, just call 630-469-5555 and RSVP, and we'll add you to the list.
What's the name of the program?
The program is Estates of the Rich and Famous.
oh my God,
Yeah.
Gracie, do you offer any respite or short respite services or short-term stays? I know it's holiday season, and sometimes mom or dad, maybe the family would feel better if they were, at a facility rather than trying to go alone at home.
Absolutely, thank you. Yes, we do actually offer short-term stays for exactly that very reason. Sometimes mom is doing great at home, and family just needs maybe taking a vacation or whatever, and not the best scenario for mom. So absolutely, we can do 2-week stays. We've done up to 1-week stays, so we're there for whatever length of time they might need us.
That's excellent. Now you have a memory care portion of the community. What if a resident has mild cognitive impairment but doesn't necessarily be on or in the memory care section? How do you meet their needs?
Yeah, thank you. We actually have a program that's called Connections Club, and it's very specifically catered to that population. Because we do have some residents who are, are very successful in the assisted living neighborhood. It's not a risk of them to leave the community or look the community. So, but they still maybe just struggle a little bit with navigating through their day. And so the Connections Club helps them manage their day. It's a separate program, but we will never have more than 10 residents in the program, and it's a nice small grouping, and so other residents are kind of in the same boat. So there's not the stress of feeling like, okay, I don't know the answer to that question, or I don't know how to do that craft. It's a small, very quaint group, and they do program starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. They do programming. They even go on outings too. They go to lunch. They go to arboretum, museums. Then they do lunch with the rest of the resident population, and they go back in the afternoon until like about 3 o'clock, and then we do a social. So it helps them navigate through their day successfully, and it takes away the stress of them trying to figure out what should I do next. Because they may look at the activity program or calendar that's going on and say, you know, they can not really know, okay, I need to go to this room to do that. So this just really helps them successfully navigate through their day. We've also found actually a perk to this that we weren't even looking for initially, but it's actually helped us reduce falls. Because this resident may have a tendency to just kind of stay in their apartment then, and so that might lead to depression and then therefore some maybe atrophy in the muscles, and so they're getting weaker, and so we were seeing some falls. So we've noticed a decline in falls and that depression setting in by getting them engaged into this program.
Oh, I think that's fantastic. So, you know, basically, and you know, it's great to have to be very independent. And that's what we all want to encourage, right? But as we age a little bit more, I noticed even, you know, at 62 that my muscles aren't what they used to be. Okay. But it's nice because if they're in their places where they live and don't get out too much, this helps them and helps you get eyes on.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. Yeah, we have eyes on them more throughout the day, and we know that they're not just again sitting in their apartments, and not only their muscles, but then their brains can atrophy as well. And so this keeps them engaged, gives them a reason to come out, and it's a guided day. So they're able to successfully navigate it, and you know the need. It staves off the need for a secure memory care neighborhood.
What was interesting this morning, you had also mentioned that you use sometimes places like Right at Home, and a similar situation to where you guys may have noticed that or the family may have noticed that their mom or dad had been falling.
Yes.
Okay, and you kind of, you know, bring somebody in to have eyes on so that can be cataloged. Could you describe that a little bit?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. A group like Right at Home would be perfect for that because, again, especially with the memory care population, there could be different reasons that are driving them trying to get it out of bed. And so we may have had in the past a resident who maybe was experiencing some increased falls. And so by utilizing services, again, such as Right at Home, they can come in, that person stays awake and monitors, literally logging every movement the resident is making in those overnight hours. And it helps us get a very clear picture of what is driving that action. Is it a need that needs to be met? Do they need to go to the bathroom? Are they hungry? Do they just want to, you know, talk to someone? And that helps us truly cater our service plan and meet their needs 100%. So we, you know, maybe do that for like a 2-week time frame, and we have again a very clear picture of exactly what that resident is experiencing, what we need to do to help them be successful and keep them safe.
What a great service, and what I've noticed, what a caring team that you guys have identified to do something like this.
Absolutely, and again, this is one of the things, again, I joined Atria 3 years ago, and John Moore, who's our CEO, is very passionate about, you know, what we're going to do is going to be done right. And so we're very committed and we are very dedicated to doing exactly that, doing it the right way. And that, again, starts from the top and is funneled all the way down to the bottom. So.
Wow, definitely shows.
Well, you were saying too over coffee how it is funneled to the bottom, that there isn't really anyone at the bottom, that everybody is so valuable and treated with the respect, and it's a wonderful place to work, and it's a wonderful team that you have.
Absolutely, we do. I'm very proud of my team. Shout out to Atria, my staff at Atria, Glen, Ellyn. They're all rock stars. But yeah, they're not only very committed to our residents and to our community, but that reverse commitment is there. Atria as an organization is very, very committed to our residents and our staff and thanking them for their contribution, because they realize at the end of the day, what makes our community and our reputation is our frontline staff. And so every one of our employees, whether you're full-time, part-time, PRN, they get bonused for the results of our customer satisfaction survey. They get bonus for the results of our quality enhancement program. Because again, we know that they are the driving force for what we do every single day. They get rewarded for their commitment from a career standpoint, for longevity. So for every year, aside from their merit increase, they get a raise. They get another little raise, and as a thank you from Atria for their commitment and staying with us and our commitment to our residents.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes such a big difference in the care of the residents.
And Gracie, now you were mentioning also that you your staff qualifications, you've kind of used CNAs primarily in some of the roles because of the skills that are needed to help with transfers and whatnot.
Exactly. We can cater to a little bit higher care resident population, 2-person transfers, we use lists. And so because of that, again, Atria's commitment to quality and doing it right, we have committed to bringing on CNAs. So we make a commitment to pay a little bit more for that higher certified and trained individual to make sure that those services that we're providing are done by, again, a more skilled individual who knows the safe way to do it to keep our residents safe and to keep themselves safe as well.
Mm-hmm. Just to make our audience a little bit aware of something like that, could you go over some of the transfers that would be covered like that, like you're hiring CNAs?
Sure, absolutely. So typically, whether someone isn't able to maybe bear weight and it takes 2 people to help transfer them safely, we can do that. Or if it even at that point it still becomes, because sometimes we have some residents who are very tall, and even with 2 people can still be challenging. So we do have on site, we do have mechanical lifts, so we have a sit to stand and we have a Hoyer lift. Again, because our goal at the end of the day is to make sure we're providing quality service in the safest manner possible. Again, both for our residents and for our staff.
I think that's a great service.
Yeah.
Now on the assisted side, what would a typical layout of their personal space look like?
Sure. Well, we actually have different sizes. We have studio size apartments, which are probably around between 350 and 375 square feet. Mm-hmm. We've got 1-bedroom apartments, which then you're looking at about 400, 425. Mm-hmm. And then we've got some 2-room suites, which you're again looking probably between 450 and 475. So it's really an individual. And the layout of the community, just like your home, how there's no really 2 apartments, 2 rooms in your home that don't really look alike. They may have their own little personality and shape. It's the same way in our community. So even though maybe a studio, they each have their own little personality. So it becomes, again, what that person's looking for. We're very fortunate. We have a great view. No matter where you look at, we have trees. We have a park right across the street. So wherever which apartment they choose, which floor, they have a great view to look at as well.
Very, very quaint layout of the whole community.
Yes.
Very beautiful.
Yep.
Very beautiful.
And we're pet friendly, so they can.
That's a really big deal.
Yeah. They can bring their pets. And I actually have a husband and wife that are going to be moving in the next couple of weeks, and they're bringing their dog and their cat. So yeah.
See, and that's fantastic. And pets are so important.
Yes, absolutely. And the rest of the residents get to benefit from it too.
And that's exactly right.
And so, Gracie, are there any programs that help pay for assisted living care?
There are actually. If someone happens to have long-term care insurance, that qualifies for. I actually have quite a few of my residents who got on that program early on, and so they do utilize their long-term care insurance benefit. Some of them pay up to $150 a day for them. But there's also the Veterans Aid and Attendance Program that will help with that too, and I think that's one of those benefits that maybe not as well known. So we work very hard to educate on that, because that's a phenomenal benefit. Our veterans work very hard to keep us safe for our freedom, so this is a benefit that they're entitled to. We want to make sure they're educated about and utilize, whether they're able to qualify for it initially, or even if it's just to help them with their medication costs. But it's a phenomenal benefit that I want to make sure that they all take advantage of, whether they themselves were a veteran or their spouse was, and the spouse can qualify as well.
And we always honor vets on our show, and the Veterans Aid and Attendance is a phenomenal program.
Yep, absolutely.
And it's something veterans aren't really familiar with. Until they learn from either you talking to them or us talking to them.
Exactly.
So please spread the word that if you were in during I think it is a requirement of combat, during a conflict, and you didn't have to be overseas or anything else, you qualify for this. You're not told about that when you're in the military, by the way. I know because I was in the military. You're not told about that. So, this is something that all veterans are qualified for.
Exactly. We actually work with a couple of different individuals who can help them navigate through that process, because it can be a cumbersome process for a family to take on, and sometimes that becomes a deterrent to actually getting those benefits. So knowing that, we again have some individuals that we work with to help them through that process to make sure they qualify.
And would encourage you not to go as a family and do it. Get these people, because they already have relationships with the people that they need to have relationships with.
Exactly. They can be done in 6 months, and it's retro. It's retroactive. So absolutely, you're right, Jim.
Now, you're speaking of some of the trips. What are some of the most popular outside venues that your residents like to go to?
Absolutely. We have a gourmet club, so they love to go out to restaurants. They recently went to the Greek Islands restaurant. They've gone to like the hibachi table type restaurants, and they actually have a Yelp account. So
that is so good.
Yeah, they recently went to go see the show Chicago at Drury Lane.
Cool.
They go out to shopping malls. They go to Lake Geneva. So yeah, like I said, seriously, I think they have more social life than I do. So.
and I would concur.
Now, what if they, like on a weekly basis, do they like going to the grocery or Target or?
Yeah, they do. They actually take weekly shop trips, whether it's to Walmart, Walgreens, exactly Target, Jewel. We take, again, Arboretum, especially now as the weather's getting nicer. Even when it's rainy day, sometimes we'll just get on the bus and go on a scenic tour ride. During the holiday season, they drive through the neighborhoods, look at the Christmas lights that are out. Yeah.
Excellent. Gracie, what sets Atria apart? There's a lot of great communities out there. You have been so enthusiastic in sharing with us, and if we're going to give this information in a few minutes, but if you go to the website, you're going to see how really beautiful this facility is. So what sets Atria Park apart from other communities?
Absolutely. I think at the end of the day, the thing as the executive director that really stands out in my mind is just, again, truly the commitment to quality, and just truly, before the bottom line, before anything, is putting our residents first, putting their safety, putting the quality of what we provide, making sure that our staff 100% have the resources they need to do the job safely. And just literally at the end of the day, is Atria as an organization, their commitment to our residents and to our staff is just beyond anything I've seen. Again, I've been in senior healthcare for 27 years, and I've never seen an organization that is so committed to, again, standing behind what they say they stand behind. And we have fun. That's important. It's actually part of our mission statement, is they tell us we have to have fun. And so we do, every day.
Not only every day, you have a special day for fun too, right?
We do. We have Fun Fridays. And so we just, I stopped at Walgreens on my way in, bought a bunch of silly sunglasses, and we just walked around taking selfies, us and our sunglasses with our residents, bringing a photo booth in, bringing donuts in. Or whether sometimes I get on the walkie-talkies and I just ask the staff to meet me in the bistro and we just start dancing. We just like to have fun.
Well, you had mentioned something before about the staff, and it sounds like, everybody is passionate about what they do. We're in a very special industry. We care for people, and it sounds like your whole staff does. So give them another shout out.
Absolutely. Atria Park at Glen, Ellyn, you staff rock. And I can honestly say we've had, my sales director, Jane, has actually gotten feedback from families when they walk in saying that they could feel the difference of the community driven by the staff when they walked in. They could really just feel it. The residents were out, they were engaged, the staff were talking to them, laughing, having fun, and they said that's why they chose us, is because they could literally feel the difference in our community when they walked in. So that's all my staff, 100%.
And that is one of those things that many communities would just love for someone to say about them. That can't be talked about highly enough.
Yeah, well, I'm very fortunate. That's for fact.
And you can definitely tell by your passion too. And if your whole staff has a passion, which that you do, and that you described that they have. You're very not only fortunate, you're blessed, and so are your residents.
Thank you.
So Gracie, what we're going to do is have you share all your contact information so that our audience can get a hold of you and
Okay.
go see your facility.
Absolutely. We are located at 95 Carlton Avenue in Glen, Ellyn. Again, Atria Park of Glen, Ellyn. Our phone number is 630-469-5555. And our website is www.atriaglenellen.com. And you can find us on Facebook, Atria Park of Glen, Ellyn.
Okay, and all your seniors they and their families, they can do Facebook. It's a great resource, and go and take a peek at your website. It's a phenomenal website.
Thank you.
So, are there any education? The thing I didn't dig into. Are there any educational aspects of the website that you'd like to mention?
We do have a resource tab for families, whether they're looking or our own families, and there's different tools in there. There's a calculator to help determine, the cost of living at home versus the cost of senior care. There's actually a self-assessment tool in there as well, so families can get an indicator of what they can anticipate from a cost perspective. And that's a great new tool we just added, and the families are loving it. Because again, you're not really sure, you don't know what you don't know, and so it's a great opportunity to go in there and just kind of get a bird's eye of what you might be anticipating. And when you come into our community, we have a great tool too. Because we know that our families that come in are likely, as they should, as a smart shopper, toward other properties as well. And so we give them a tool to utilize for that, because so much information is provided to them that it's kind of hard to keep everything together.
Sure.
So it's literally a tracking system to let them know what they learned at which, to make sure they are absolutely making the best decision for their loved one, because it's a big decision and they should take that seriously.
And we were talking about that this morning. Start early.
Yeah.
Shop, okay, and come and see Atria Park. It's a tremendous community in Glen, Ellyn. Gracie, thanks for being on our show today. I want you to say, give your website one more time.
Absolutely, and thank you so much to Right at Home for having me here. Our website is www.atriaglenellen.com.
Very good. Thanks, Gracie.
Thank you.